When I was a little girl, I remember being the goody two-shoe of the group. And for those of you on Facebook who are still friends with me from when I was little, you probably remember. And whenever I would try to stretch my wings to do something a little bit more risque in my childhood, I was very quickly corrected and, given now, Monica, you know better than that. And so then I would quickly get right back in line to what everybody expected me to do, because there were so many people that expected me to be the rule follower all the time. And eventually you feel like that's all right, then that's who you should be. So I stayed in line most of my life. Any of you who have read the book, yes, that is the poster for the book behind me, know this story around, being good at math. At least when I got to high school, I wasn't that great at it in grade school. But liking math and being good at it had everybody suggesting that I major in finance. So I did. Majored in finance and accounting, worked in that position for some time, and then, I couldn't figure out, despite the fact that the money was good and I got all the accolades and the oohs and the ahs, I just wasn't happy. And I think instead of changing careers at first, I jumped company to company thinking I would find something different that way. But I didn't. So thank goodness my friend Marima said, "Hey, Mon, when are you going to start charging people for the advice you give about their work and professional life?" And I said, "Who makes money giving advice?" And she was like, lots of people. So I made a brochure, included all the questions and things that I'd ever answered for people, about attitude, communication, the way you look, the way you present yourself. Put it in a brochure, and I started telling people that I did personal brand workshops. And when you say it with enough confidence, people believe you. So once I got booked for my first workshop, I had to come up with the content. And that's just personality based, not suggesting that should be your journey or your process. And so I did that, and I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And so I did that part-time for many years, but while I stayed in finance. And then I got an opportunity at a commercial real estate firm. And I liked that because it had a very entrepreneurial feel. Being at the time, I actually ran the New England area. I didn't even start off as a broker, but eventually I realized that I wanted to contribute to the bottom line and be out there pitching and creating strategy and helping people. And while that job was way better than any finance job I'd ever had, it didn't quite hit the mark. And I think that had to do with the content of what I was doing, that it was the elements that it didn't feel as rewarding. While people need office space, and maybe one day I'll grow into a bigger office. I don't even know that I really want to, but in the case that I do, real estate brokers are needed, and I worked with an awesome team, but it wasn't the right fit for me. And then an angel came and gave me some wings to run my own business. And while I thought it was going to be like just a hardcore branding business, working with people on brand development and brand expansion, I realized it was really it was more than that, right? And I won't say bigger, because branding is a big deal. But I realized a lot of people were doing branding, but not authentic branding. So they were creating things that weren't necessarily completely authentic to who the person or the company was. So that is how I landed in this space, and I have started to break some of the rules. I have, despite people still trying to put me in the box of being reserved and conservative and the rule follower, I just live by my values. And if that takes me outside of that neatly colored in box that people want me in, then so be it. And if it keeps me there, then so be it as well. Not really concerned about the perception anymore. I certainly want to be kind and gentle and encouraging and inspiring and help people to get unstuck, is what I want to do, and I hope that people see my faith and what I believe in the walk that I walk. But what is the point of this whole message is, despite the boxes that you've been put in the past and the things that people expect from you, just figure out what your values are, who you are, what your process is, and what people and places and things and experiences line up with that. And that may mean spending less time with some of the folks that you spend time with, or making plans to transition out of your job or out of certain friendships. Endings aren't always good. Sometimes they are the start of a very much needed beginning. So, anywho, I'm not even sure why I originally started taping this, except that I'm about to contradict myself in that statement. Because actually I do know why I started out putting this on tape, is that sometimes I have these thoughts that come from the lots of conversations that I have that never make it to any blog or my Facebook post, and so that was on my heart. So I put it on tape, and that's it. Live by your values, get rid of the pressures and the noise of external expectations. I know it's not easy, because still perception is reality in our society, and decisions are made upon what people perceive. And that's it. All right. Bye.